So when you look at this growth strategy, we have 4 categories of strategy. So the first step is market penetrations. We discuss about the market penetration. You know, we as an organization, we can't bring all the product at a time. So you start with milk factory. Okay, example, you produce milk, and from the milk you're bringing some products. Okay, that is your first business. This is what we call business unit. So in this business unit, you have operation, marketing, finance, and everything. These are the business functions. So you are going to bring your functional strategy, and the business unit wise, you have the strategy. So now the business is going to think about how to make this milk. Okay, how to make this milk. You know, taking this milk, you are going to take this milk everywhere from the existing market. So you take existing product, the milk, to everywhere the existing market. For example, when you start the milk productions and also the distributions, you have to target only a narrow area. Why? Because you started just now. Okay, you can't go for wider market, right? Yeah, first you target the Doha city area, let's say, and then you are going to expand your milk from Doha city to Lusail, Wakra, Al Khur, yeah, and these kind of areas. Correct? So now you take your milk everywhere from the existing market to existing product milk to everywhere. After that, what you are going to do? You are going to go for new product development, right? Now, before go new product development, what is your role in your market penetrations as a procurement manager? What are the things you are going to do now? Now your consumptions, when you start with one Doha area is okay, but if you move into other part of the Qatar, then you need more resources, right? You need more supply, right? So you are thinking about how to bring your supply continuously. Am I right? The procurement process will be, you know, you are going to find the suppliers so that the people supply enough milk, right? The raw materials, so that you produce. The supply agreement that you are going to deal with that. When you are moving into next product, that is the product development. So what is that next product? Let's say juice. Now you are moving into juice factory. So you start with a juice factory, and then you produce and then go for market penetrations. Correct? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Maybe external noise is coming. It's okay?
Yeah, it's clear.
Yeah, it's clear now, right? So you should have this kind of new product. Now you are moving into juice factory. So the same way, the juice will move from Doha, and then Doha, everywhere it will be supplied, and then it will move for everywhere in Qatar, correct? So now you have 2 products. Likewise, your role in the procurement process is going to be increased, right? Yeah, we have to understand this strategy. This is the organizational strategy. According to organizational strategy, your procurement strategy will be changing, right? Is that understood? Clear? Who is this? Peppermint. I don't know. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Ah, okay. You missed the last class.
Sorry, I'm late. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So we are talking about, in the last class, we discussed about generally what are the strategies organization has, right? According to the strategy, we have to bring our procurement strategy, right? When you look at the organization is going to have different strategies. The very important strategy is called generic strategy. Generic strategy is all about this. Okay.
Okay.
According to generic strategy, organization can be in lower cost strategy, or they can be in differentiation strategy, or they can be in focused strategy. These are the three things. But when they focus, they will go for lower cost strategy, focus lower cost strategy. Also, they will go for focused differentiation strategy. Okay. So, and also they can go for best cost provider strategy. Actually, one organization will not go for all other strategies. They will choose one strategy. They will stick to that. For example, if you go for lower cost strategy, you will stick to that. You will continue with that. If you go for focused lower cost strategy, you will stick to that and you will continue. If you go for differentiation strategy, you will take to that. You understand?
Yes.
So the strategy that your organization takes, according to that strategy, you are going to bring your resources, especially the procurement process. Now, if your organization is bringing this lower cost strategy as your organizational strategy, now you have the role of bringing your procurement strategy focusing on lower cost. Is that correct?
Okay.
This is what we call alignment. Strategic alignment. Okay, so your role as a project procurement manager, always focusing on the lower cost. Yeah, that is one thing. Yeah, you have to find your suppliers to bring you lower cost, but with quality, without sacrificing the quality. Without sacrificing the quality, you have to bring your materials or the supply lower cost. The costly, it will be in the cost wise lower, but quality wise higher. That is one thing. Second thing is, you should have a differentiation strategy. For example, let's say you forgot about this lower cost. No, your organization is not a lower cost strategy organization. Your organization, let's say it is a differentiation strategy organization, right? They are focusing on broader differentiation strategy, let's say. So what is your role, procurement role now? You are going to go for bringing the resources, unique resources, not lower cost. You don't care about lower cost. Cost is second, but resources should be unique because you are going to bring something different. You understand? No, so yes. When you are bringing the supply, when you are dealing with supplier, the supplier is going to supply you unique resources. One thing. Second thing, these suppliers will be a unique suppliers. They will supply only for you. Do you understand? Then only you can be unique. So you are going to have a stronger supply agreement, yeah, and a contract, and through which you are going to continue your supply from them. As a result, you are going to bring your product unique, correct? So in this way, you are going to have the role in the procurement process.
Is that like the dealership agreement, something?
Yeah, you are going to deal with the dealership agreement, but focusing on uniqueness.
Like exclusive dealership, right?
Exclusively, you are going to go for not focusing on too much about the cost. Yes, cost is benefit, but if you go for lower cost, they are not going to supply continuously. But you know, the quality and the uniqueness, these things will be considered.
Okay.
So do you understand the role? Now, organization wants to move for differentiation strategy. Your procurement process also supporting to that. This is what my point.
Okay.
Yeah, is that clear?
Yes, yes. Yes.
So when you look at this differentiation strategy, you are focusing your quality, you are focusing on innovation, you are focusing on something, the reputation, design, credibility, and customer service, integrated service, everything you are going to bring it, right? So your role will be different from low-cost strategy to differentiation strategy. Clear? So what organization take as a strategy, according to the strategy, your procurement process and the role will be changed. This is my point. Second thing, this is one type of strategy. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, the same way you can have another type of the strategy. That is what we call growth strategy. This is also another type of strategy. Like this generic strategy, this one is another strategy, growth strategy. Right, now you have taken the lower cost strategy. Okay, for example, you are going to produce products. These products will be focusing on let's say your product is milk. You are supplying that milk is lower cost. So you can take your milk. Can you take the milk everywhere? Milk products? No. At the beginning, you can't take because you are not going to have that capacity, right? You can't have that kind of plant. You can't have that big resources, right? So you will be limited at the beginning, right? At the same time, if you expand immediately, the customer doesn't know about you. Your brand is not expanded. It is not in the mind of the customer, right? So you target in a narrow market like Doha city area, and from there you are going to expand slowly. At the beginning, you go for one area. Okay, do you understand? You take your existing product, and you target the existing market. You first focus on the one area. Thereafter, you are going to produce more because there is a high demand. According to the product life cycle, the product life cycle. So when you introduce into the market, there will be a growth. So if there is a growth at the time, you are going to bring more products, right? So you are going to expand your business, especially your only one product made products, you are going to expand. Where are you going to expand these things from Doha city area to other areas of Qatar? Like Al-Khur, Wakra, Lusail, these kind of areas, let's say. Now you have to produce more. So you are going to have another strategic role in the procurement process. What? The resources that you are bringing so that you produce these, penetrate for the supporting into market penetration. You understand? The organization is going to go for market penetration strategy, right? With the existing product to existing market, they are going to penetrate. So they are going to produce mass level. So if they are focusing on that way, your procurement process will be accordingly, right? As it is a lower cost strategy, you have to go for bulk purchase. And also you have to always thinking about the quality as you, at the same time you continue supply. Again, your procurement process and your supply agreement will be different. Do you understand now? The strategic role will be different. Is that correct?
Yes.
You understood? Clear now?
Yes.
Yes. The same way, if organization move to from milk product item to another product, that is what you call product development. So let's say juice products. Now your company is well established in your milk product. Let's say Q milk is established everywhere, right? In Qatar, you have a name. Q has a name, right? Now you are planning, why can't we bring some juice? So you establish the juice production. Now, according to the juice production, you are going to go for raw materials. You need fruits. You are going to find your suppliers. Yeah. Do you understand? Now your focus is going to go for the next item of the product. At the same time, milk also. So the purchasing is going to be increased and the dealing will be increased. Your role will be increased according to the growth strategy of organization. Organization is not going to sit in one place. Do you understand? It will grow every year. Do you understand? According to their growth, you are going to support strategically. That is what you are going to study in this subject. The purpose of studying this strategy, you are going to connect your procurement process connected with the business strategy. That's why you are studying about the strategic management. So you should align these things. First of all, you have to understand what is the strategy of organization. And then you are going to bring your procurement process and your procurement strategy supporting to your organizational strategy. Is that clear? Yes. That's why we are studying these things. We are not going to design the strategy of organization. No, that is the role of the CEO. They will do that. But what we are doing is we are going to implement these strategies. In order to implement the strategies, we should have some kind of role. That role will be connected with this strategic role, connected with the procurement process, correct? Mm-hmm. At the same time, you can have the same product. You can go take other products also. You can bring more product like soft drinks, bakery items, for example. You can bring many products, but these are different business unit we already discussed about, right? And you have to remember your role, which is connected with that market development. Now your market is going to be expanded from Qatar to other nations, which is Gulf. Now your procurement role is going to be changed. Your warehousing, distributions, everything will be changed, right? You are going to go for the international now. International procurement process is going to be started. The supply is going to be different, right? You are going to have the supply agreement. Everything will be international because your product and services are everywhere now. And you are moving into even from here, Gulf to, you can move to sometime African countries or Asian countries or Western countries. So your product can be moved. That is what we call market development. Your Q milk is moving. Your juice is moving. Do you understand? Yes. Internationally. So now your procurement role is going to be wider. At the same time, you are going to bring the strategy according to organizational strategy. They are moving the same way. You have to support. Am I right? Yes. Yes, this is what you have to have understanding. Now we are moving into next part of the strategy, that is diversification strategy. This strategy has to be understood very carefully because the role that you are going to go for diversified role. You are going to go for the diversified role. So what are the diversifications you are going to have? So the entry of the firm or business into a new line of activity. You are going to bring totally new line, either by the process of internal business development or acquisition. Now you are going to acquire a business which entail the changes in administrative structure, system, and the management process. So you have the business system, you have the business structure, you have the business culture, setup, everything. When you are acquiring, buying a new business and align this business, join your business with you, the role is going to be changed. Correct? Mm-hmm. Is that correct? Your role is going to be changed. Procurement role is going to be changed. Your strategic role is going to be changed. Your implementation role is going to be changed because you have already other organizations' resources also. You have other organizations' supplies also. Now these are, aligned together. So when you bought already the organization, now you have partnership with the organization. The role is going to be changed. Likewise, this one. You are going to go for acquiring the business likewise. You acquire the business because of this acquisition, you have a organization is your organization. You have the supply chain activity, and the organization you acquired, that is the B organization. They have also the supply chain activities. Now these two will be aligned together, merged together. You understand? Merging. So now the role is going to be little changed. So as a procurement manager, you are going to have the role now, different role, because two different suppliers you are going to deal with, and you make these supplies in a unique way. So you are going to have some kind of strategies how to deal with these people. You know, the business is going to go for next level. Acquiring the failed business, you are taking the failed business and make align with your successful business and make your total business a success. You understand? Sometimes you go for the successful business, join with successful business, joint venture. If it is success and success is another way. Failed and success, not fail, right? Success, fail. So you are going to merge, and at the time you are going to have this. These are the strategies. Now the organization will take a decision to move like this. So your role is going to be changed. This is the point you have to understand. The role as a procurement manager, you are going to have a role. This is what you have to understand. If you are not going to have this designing the strategy, because this is the role of the CEO actually, right? And the board of the directors, they are going to have this kind of decision, what kind of the strategy they are going to in the business. And according to their decision, now you are going to support them again. You understood now?
Yes.
In the diversification strategy, we have three types of diversification. One is related business, unrelated business, and both related and unrelated business. If you go for related business, this is what? This is the one related business. Their supply chain, your supply chain. Let's say business A, your milk factory, business B also milk factory. You understand? Now you are joining. Their technology, your technology. Their operation, your operation. Now merged. The related product. Right? Sometimes you can go for unrelated merging, like diversification. Unrelated means you are going to go for a totally different one, right? That is also diversifying. You go for total one. For example, you are milk product. Now you go for transportation sales, service-oriented business. You are totally a different business. Okay, unrelated business. This is also diversification. Do you understand now?
Yes.
Yes. So if organization moving to another type of strategy, now the procurement role is going to be changed. Your role is going to be changed, because the organizational strategy should be considered when you are dealing with your procurement strategy or the implementations of procurement process. Whatever action that you are dealing with should be changed. So what are the possible strategies the organization can go and can take up, that we are studying now, but still we don't know what is the strategy your organization in. Now you have to go and see what kind of organization you are in, what type of strategy they are in, what is your role as a procurement manager in supporting to the organizational strategy, so that organization become a successful organization. Do you understand this point?
Yes.
So you should be clear now. I think you are clear with this. Okay. So relatedness and unrelatedness. Now, when you are moving into the diversification, there are two types of diversifications. One is vertical integration. Other one is horizontal integrations. Vertical integrations mean you are going to integrate your business backward and forward. Backward integrations, you own your suppliers. Earlier, you had suppliers, right? You had agreement with suppliers. Now what you are going to do, you own your supplies, own supplies. Okay. So you have to think about how can you own your supply, right? If organization take a decision to own their own supply, now the role is totally different, because earlier we had the supplier agreement. We had already the previous suppliers. Now we take our own supply. Like if you take IKEA, earlier IKEA is depending on woods, right? The supply of woods. Now their backward integrations are there. They own their forest. Now they cut their wood and make their woods, make their furnitures. This is what we call backward integrations. You own your supply. So this is another type of strategy organization is going to go. So according to the strategy, now the role of the procurement and all those the supply, everything will be different. Okay, so we have to understand what is the role, what is the business strategy, the organization in, and accordingly we are going to go for. So forward integration means you have to go for the distribution. You go and own your own distribution. You produce and distribute. There will be agents and wholesalers and retailers. Now you keep your own wholesale and all on retailing. So you open your selling points. You supply your things to your selling points. So this is forward integrations. This is also another type of the strategy. When the business grow at the time these things will happen. Okay, organization will grow also in this way. They go for vertical integrations, backward integration and forward integrations. The same way the organization will go for horizontal integration. Horizontal integrations, you are going to buy organization, two organizations going to join, as I discussed earlier. This is horizontal related business coming here.